Well, howdy, it's Tuesday, and we're here at the 3D printing farm area here. It's been crazy for weeks. I had a video all wrapped up for you yesterday, and I had to just basically delete it because we weren't finished with the testing that I had been running, and so I didn't want to give you any information really completely until I was completely finished with what I was doing. And I did finish, yes, oh yeah. And what's happened is I got over here on the, this is a high-speed printer, and what I've been doing is ordering different manufacturers of PLA, PLA Plus, you know, that kind of thing. And I found out that indeed, yeah, there is a difference, and the machines will perform differently with the different filaments according to the speed you're using. And I put some slow speed stuff on this, and it was, I guess it wasn't UJoy, what was it? It was Elegoo, Polymaker, and Overture. Anyway, fail. Stuff had to go in the garbage can. It was so bad coming off the plate. And so then I switched to UJoy, which is, I think, rated between 300 and 500 or something. So it didn't print too bad, but it wasn't great. Now, we're running Anycubic, and Anycubic, which is high speed for this printer, and actually it is doing the best job I've ever seen. So that might be worth noting. You know, the other thing that I did do was I have slow speed printers, and I tried the high speed on the slow speed, and again, same thing. It was like there were problems. There was a mess coming up kind of thing. So it was like, okay, obviously you got the wrong filament on that machine. It's just not going to work out. And I'm at the point right now where I'm buying Overture, I think it's called, for the slow speed machines, because it has a great finish. It comes out good, it's predictable, we get a really good strong print every time, and the clients are happy. So I was like, good, stay with that. But these high speed ones have really sort of, I guess you could say, give me a bit of a fit, because I don't know who to buy. You know, I was like, well, let's try this, let's try that. And I went through a lot of brand names, and what's happened was we got into the situation here with even these little guys, like this little Cheaty right here. This is an awesome machine. I really like the Cheaty. It's really a good machine, and I'm really happy with it. Same with the SK1. SK1's great, but if you don't have the right filament on it, it's like, you know, yeah, it'll screw up. Now, a couple of crazy notes I wanted to just let you know. This thing has the, right here, yeah. It has the cryo grip plate, which runs cold. And it was doing great for the first week or so, and then all of a sudden we started having trouble. And one of the problems I'm having right now is once the modeling is done and the plate is cooled down, I broke the models trying to get it off the plate. So that's a bad thing. Yeah, we lost money basically on it because, you know, the models were destroyed trying to get them from the plate. And I'm continuing to try to use it, but I'm also having another problem with the software. With the software, it's like, okay, I want to run the plate at 40C, and you know yourself, these machines all think PLA, oh, that's 60C. Like, no. So what this thing does, the SK1 right now, it runs up to 60, gets it hot, ready to go, and then it stops and waits until the plate is cooled down to 40 before it'll start printing, which it's just a delay, you know, it's like crazy. And then yesterday we were trying this out, and this is, I had to check that, but this is the UJoy. Now the UJoy is rated from 300 to 500, and this is only running about 50, 60, 70, whatever. And the very next print, same thing, big failure, nasty. It all came up it was really bad. So I had to just scrap, actually, again, over to the garbage can, because once again, it's just not working. Now I can put some Overture on here and it'll probably run fine, but anything else, it just seems to, you know, anything to do with the hyperspeed, you know, ratings, the high speed PLA, PLA Plus, that kind of thing, it's just not working. And there's no cooling fans, which I keep thinking has some effect on, you know, the print, because there is no cooling fan system on this crazy old thing, which is like, yeah. I've got a machine coming in. I don't know just yet if it'll fit. I'm thinking that when I get the new one in, it's the, I think it's the Cobra 2. When the Cobra gets in here, it's a smaller machine. I'm thinking it should probably go right there, you know, and we'll just take this thing offline and we're done with it. We'll just, you know, we'll just give it away or get rid of it one way or another and just see what we can do. Meantime, the Cobra, I think this is a Cobra 2 too as well, but it's a Cobra 2 Max, whatever. And it's a great big build plate. It's a really cool machine. But the problem with it is you've got to have obviously it's very sensitive to what you're trying to run for PLA. And right now, like I said, I'm running Anycubic. I'm running their, you know, filament, and it's a few dollars more, but it's well worth it because the products are coming off are, you know, just about close to perfect. Want to talk about UJoy? That's a cheap, inexpensive filament. A lot of us have been getting a hold of it from the UJoy people, even to try out and stuff. So I ordered some separately from Amazon, and I have noticed over and over again we're having problems. When the print cools down, we're getting all kinds of plastic creep, and we're getting even warpage and stuff showing up in the modeling, which never showed up before. So it's quite obvious, like, yeah, it's their PLA doing that. That's not us, you know. So I will not be buying UJoy anymore. That's over with. Elegoo I'm kind of upset with because it's a good company. They make a lot of printers, they make a lot of stuff, but they also supply PLA, but I'm having nothing but bad times with their PLA, so I'm not really sure. I can't say what's going on with that. I think it was old stock, but I tried a roll of it. I had to, because it was old stock, maybe, you know, I put it in the dryer, and I ran it in the dryer for a day. The next day, I ran it in the dryer for a couple more hours to make absolutely sure it's down to that, you know, 15% relative humidity or something. Threw it on the machine, and it was just nasty. This machine right here, same print, same everything, and it just was a mess, you know, in no time. And it was not sticking to the bed. It was warping. It was pulling all over the place. I was just like, you know what? We'll just stop the machine, rip that off the plate, and restart. But when we restarted, we switched over to the Anycubic PLA, and it was like the very first next model came off was perfect. You know, it was like there's nothing wrong. Everything is right the way it should be. And also, I've got some black here from, oh boy, yeah, that's UJoy again. And again, I've had to step the density up from 15% to 20 to try to get strength in the model, and it was still no good. So I went to 25%, printed another item, and looked at it, and again, there's still a problem with it. So I am not going to be ordering. I guess that's the bottom line. No more UJoy in here. Yeah, we're just not going to bother with that. It's not worth it. You know, if it costs me time and money to mess with their stuff, it's just not going to happen. Best name out there used to be stuff like what was it, Hatchbox and all that. Man, I used to love their stuff. It was always predictable. It was very good to run. We've been looking around. I have tried a lot. I've got a couple brand names in here that I can't even pronounce the names of them, but I thought I'd run them. Then I got to show you this. This is like another issue that happens. Okay, yeah. Let's get this one out here. I haven't even got it out of the packaging yet, but yeah, there we go. Okay, this one right here. And I'll just sort of step up there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this well, but yeah, that's their red. And they even show it on Amazon as being a really nice bright red, like what's up there in that Anycubic spool. I would call that burgundy or wine or something almost for color, but I would not call that red. And this is not the first time this sort of thing has happened. I have bought other clients, you know, and it's come in as being red, and it's like, that ain't red. That's friggin' weird stuff. I'm going to show you one from UJoy Bio. Same thing. Normally, I'll just show you a print here. This isn't even something we actually do anything with anymore, but that's blue. You know, that's a nice, you know, it's a kind of almost a dark blue, but it's a blue, and it's sold as a blue. So I ordered from UJoy, and I really didn't, again, on the internet, you really don't get a sense of color, but I thought I'll get their blue. Can't even use it. So this is just scrap. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with all these rolls of PLA from UJoy. I'm going to ditch them one way or another. Might try to, you know, put them in a, you know, I don't know, maybe does Goodwill take this stuff? You know, like, I don't know what to do with it. I've got piles of it, and it's taking up space, and I don't want it. You know, it's just like, this is just not going to work for me. So, man, this is doing great. This is really doing great. This is the second model this morning that I'm running off on this machine, and it's like, again, just, it's perfect. You know, it's doing exactly what it should be doing, you know, predictable. Did have one other weird problem with the Anycubic machine here this morning. Early this morning I came in, and I went to run a file, and for some reason, I still don't know what happened, but the file went to the end of it, reading the file, and said, okay, I'm done. Took a couple hours, and, you know, would you like to cancel, you know, finish the program or something? It was like, you haven't started, you know, like, how the heck did that happen? So I'm not really sure what happened there, but what I ended up doing was reslicing the file, putting a nice clean file back on the USB stick, putting it back in the machine, and it ran fine. It did exactly what it's supposed to be doing. So I don't quite understand what happened to that file, but it got corrupted one way or another. I don't know. It had some really strange times. Last week we were trying to do a review on a welder, and I ended up, two of my 3D printer machines went down, and we were right in the middle of a huge order. So it was like, I've got to fix this first before I can get back to that. And it was like, oh man, you know, what a mess. So I ended up taking like 4 days to film the review on that welder, which is really a nice machine. I've also got another couple of products in here right now I want to get to, and hopefully this week I'm going to get to them. This is like Tuesday, which I never do a film on a Tuesday. I'm doing a film on a Tuesday right now because we're that messed up. And just thought it's, you know, check in with you guys, let you know what's going on. It's just been absolutely insane around here, but finding out a lot of crazy stuff. Also see the, was it Elegoo has a new machine out that looks like it's going to directly conflict with Bamboo Lab and at a phenomenal price. It has like the features of like the X1 Carbon, but it looks like it's going to be, you know, $500 or something. It's like unbelievable price, but you know, hey, you know, we'll see how all that goes down the road there. So I just wanted to let you guys know where I'm at. Anyways, thanks for watching Coffee and Tools. We'll be checking it. I'll try to get some more films out this week, maybe even tomorrow if I get a chance. I'll see if I can't throw some more video up for you, because I've got some product I wanted to show you, and I also have a lot of other, you know, 3D printing things going on. Over and out.